Alright, and here we go with... Should we go on to 3 now? Yeah. The blades can be a fun... The blades and the heroes can top it out at the end. Okay, Noah. Just gonna... Gosh. Noah, where do I want to put you? Where do I want to put Noah? I'm gonna put Noah here. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, I don't like Noah. Compared to Shulk and Rex and even freaking Laura. I guess even Melly. Nah, I mean just Shulk and Rex. Just comparing them to the other heroes of not even close. Not even close. Mio. Tyon's don't like Senna either. I guess when everyone, even fans of her, acknowledged that she wasn't utilized well. Let's see. Yeah, you can go down there too. And I'll sum all this up in a bit. Manana. She's fine, comparatively speaking. Union lands. Okay, so Noah, I don't like Noah. I just straight up don't like Noah. I think he's boring. I don't think he's interesting. Which, I mean, I guess I just said the same thing twice. And I think that it all comes down to Xenoblade 3's writing and like an explanation for its lore and its characters and its world just being fucked, which takes a lot of my investment in anything out of it. And I just didn't care. There was a lot of times I found myself just questioning why certain things were happening they were in Xenoblade 3. And being like, maybe they'll answer it later. They didn't, so you know, whatever. Noah, I don't care. I really don't. Like, I have no positive feelings for him. It's like, whatever. Sure. Senna is just completely underutilized. Like, the moment where I realized, like, why do I care is, after chapter 4? I think chapter 4 is, in my opinion, where Xenoblade 3 really lost its rails, and just, I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, I mean, well, not that. It's more like, okay, a lot of my investment just went out the window. That's the chapter where you lose Ethel and Kamaravi. That's the chapter where the queens are actually robots. And all that nonsense. And it's like, oh yeah, and N is basically, it's like evil Noah, and then there's Mio. There's like evil Mio, quote unquote, that's M. And blah blah blah. And then chapter 5, I think it is. It's the one that starts that they're running away from. It continues right after that, where they're running away from the castle that they just fought, and in, or the queen in, and the queen wrote whatever. And like at that time, like the camera's like, all right, we're going over to Senna, and Senna's looking over at Mio, who's also running away. She's like really sad, and Senna has a completely nonsense flashback about being bullied when she was younger, and I'm just like, hold on, can we rewind? Because that doesn't make any sense. Why are we here? Why are we doing this now? What was the connection that we go from the ending, the reveal and the endings of chapter 4 into Senna backstory, the start of 5, that I frankly could care less about? I have way more important questions than Senna's feelings. And like, and it's like, well, they have to explain it to get you to feel for her. And I'm like, maybe you could have done it sooner? I don't know. I mean, like, maybe I'm the only one who had that problem with it, but I really thought that was really rough. Like that transition makes no sense, and I don't understand why she was so bothered by everything, considering that, like, everybody, I don't even understand what they were making fun of her for. Like, that she wields an axe, I mean, a hammer? Like, it's a giant hammer, and she hefts it around with no problem. She's strong as heck. And it's like, I guess you'll say, well, it's just a self-esteem issue, and that's a whole other thing that you can't really, whatever. Like, I just borked. Like, there was nothing about it that I cared about. Riku, just fucking shut up. I'd rather if he was just not in the game, because like nothing was ever paid off with him. And if you want to count the DLC, that's unfair. Like, I just feel that it's unfair to leave that in, because like I said, with like Jin, Malus, and Laura, the Torna did not affect my opinions on the three of them at all. It's like for Malos and Jin, I already enjoyed defeating them as villains. I already thought that they were great. And Torna just was like, oh yeah, they're better, but that just, it's more like, it's like if before Torna I wouldn't have put him, like if I put him at B, it's like, maybe, I guess, if before Torna, if I put him at B and then Torna's like, no, actually they're A, it's like, whatever. But like with Riku, like, no, I don't think I would have moved Jin and Malos, because like I put him there because I really like them. And yeah, I think if anything, Torna's not like, yeah, do you like him better? It's more like just Torna just reaffirmed how much I like them. And how much I'm like, okay, Laura's fine. Whereas for fucking Riku, I didn't give a shit about him by the end of Xenoblade 3. I didn't give a shit about anything by the end of Xenoblade 3. And DLC just reaffirmed the point that I'm like, why are you here and why do I care? So yeah, that's going through these three. And now for these three, I don't know if it's fair to put... I mean, yeah, Mio's... Oh man. I guess Mio's... I just didn't care. I know the whole point was like, oh, we gotta save her life. And I'm like, alright. We'll try. We'll do it. Like, obviously I'm like, well, we're not gonna... I mean, not even that. It's just like we want to accomplish this goal before she dies. Which is at the end of this time period. So I thought going into the game that we were going to find a way to get rid of that time limit. But then it's like, no, we have to act within it. We have to complete it. And then like there's like all this stuff happens in the prison and like she swaps places with M or whatever. And I was like, I didn't buy for a second that she died there. I'm like, I don't believe this. There's no way that it's real. And then she didn't. And I was like, all right, cool. Yeah. I don't know why you would be so invested in, like, I just... It's weird. Like, I think the whole time that scene in the prison was going, I realized what it is that I should be feeling. For all them being trapped in there and everything that's happening in Mio's last days. I realized what I should be feeling. Because obviously everything is telling you this is sad. And yet it all happened. I was just like, okay. And like, I didn't really have the reaction that I did to the Mechonis core. Like the disbelief and the shock. Or the ending of Xenoblade 2. Which is just... It made me bawl like an infant. So, you know, like, it didn't give me that. And that was, as everybody says, the game's high point. And I'm just like, eh. So, for that reason, Mio, just in the middle. It's like, whatever. Same for Taion. I'll give Taion 1 point. He's the only one who, like, was like, didn't immediately mesh with the teams coming together. Like, Lance had a little bit of about it. But he was like, no, this is dumb. We shouldn't do this. Like, he was very untrustworthy. But, like, ultimately, I just didn't really care about him either. Like, I didn't find anything about him stand out. I thought his Mondo was ridiculous. Every time that they got into a new problem in the cutscene fight, he's like, oh yeah, Mondo can do this. I'm like, what is Mondo and how can it do that? But, like, you know, I mean, there's no point. And then Manana's fine. She's not Riku, so, you know, that's a win. I think I took too much time. So, and that leads us to Union Lands, who I'm going to put in like... They're the only party members from Xenoblade 3 that I still feel positive feelings for. And it's for very simple, possibly dumb reasons. For Uni, I still think she's funny. Like, she's entertaining. That's really my thing with her. And with Lands... He has some scenes in the game that I really like. And it's funny because it doesn't transfer over to the people he has the scenes with. It's like his scene with Mio in the city or his scene with Senna in the prison. Like, just listening to him talk, it's like, yeah, I feel like there's more there. But I guess Lance's whole thing is being attached to Yorin so heavily, which I didn't care about. And I mean, Lance is the only one who came to the conclusion that they need to kill Yorin. Like, when they met him, it's like, yeah, we need to deal away with that freak. When Jay revealed who he was. And everybody was like, no, Lance, we can't do that. And I'm like, I'm with Lance. That little psycho needs to go. So, I think those are probably... Like, maybe I could put Lance down to C. I could see doing it because of all his ties to Yorin. But, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, from that perspective, like, she's funny, and he has moments... that I like enough, but I mean, it's like, I guess when you compare it to like 3 party members that I dislike and 3 more that I don't care about, it's like, yeah, no, they're fine. Maybe I'll move Lance down to C at the end. We'll see what happens. Alright, so that's the main party. So now we're moving on to... Where are we? Okay, here are some more characters from 3. Alright. So I guess we'll have to hit up the main villains, which is X, Y, and Z. Fucking goddamn. Mobius is stupid. Mobius is stupid. Mobius is stupid. Mobius is stupid. I don't know what else to tell you. They're dumb. They suck. I really hate Gondor, so I'll just put her there. I'm just gonna pick and choose where everybody goes now. Do I hate Yorin or do I dislike Yorin? That's a tough one. It's a really tough one. Hate or dislike? That's rough. That's actually difficult. Alright, let's keep moving. Let's look around. Who are some other main characters we can rank first? Okay, there's N and M. Alright, it's just... I guess you'll go with Mio and N. Yeah, you too. I was about to say, do I like him? No. He's fine, though. He's whatever. Like, kind of like with Riku, I feel like the DLC... Like, whereas the DLC reaffirmed my dislike for Riku, the DLC kind of made me, like N a bit more as a character. Like, his whole everything with Gondor and the destruction of the old city I thought was pretty solid. Like, you can watch my Let's Play for the boss fight against him and everything that happens after that. I legit say that the cutscene's there and everything that's revealed with Alpha, Niall, Gondor, Matthew, and N is really good. I will say that. But ultimately, it's just like whatever. He's okay, I guess. Let's see who else we got. Other main characters that I'm just gonna pick out. I like how I put Gondor there like immediately. I mean that's the power. Oh, there's D. Oh, that's a tough one actually. We got D and Yorin. They come as a pair, so I should rank them both at the same time. Gosh, this is difficult. Because, like, they have the opposite problem. Yorin has a lot of background that's explained. Well, you know, in terms of, like, he died and, like, oh, I'm a worm, I want to fly, but I'm a worm. You know, they gave him a lot of backstory, but as you can tell from my tone of voice, I don't care. And then there's D, who gets almost no backstory. It's just, oh, he was insane. He was always insane. So it's like, alright. So I guess ultimately it comes down to, I guess, preference, really. Alright, so dislike, hate. That's it, alright. Now you got Ethel and Kamurabi. I really want to like these characters, especially Ethel. For the way that she's introduced, and once again, like as a few other characters I mentioned, she's like completely different from the kind of character I expected, and the kind of character most people expected. I think a lot of people really thought she'd be more. I definitely, based off the trailer, I definitely thought she'd be more of a recurring threat, like maybe a main antagonist or like a recurring antagonist. But it's like a one-time thing, and it's brainwashed. And then when she comes out of it, she's actually like super nice, like a super friendly person. I thought she was cool and I wanted to learn more about her, and the game said fuck you and then killed her. And Kamurabi was like, oh yeah, he looks cool, I want to learn more about. Oh, he's dead too. It's not their fault that they're in C. It's the game not doing shit with them and then bringing them back for stupid reasons. Yeah, so in case you couldn't tell, not a fan of Xenoblade 3. So I know it's coloring a lot of these opinions, but I'm being honest about it, about where I would put them. I'm trying to be real. Okay, let's... Chris! Fucking... Shit. Like, what the hell? Like, man... Going back and watching the Xenoblade 3 trailer, it's amazing how much of it was just not anything. To be fair, when I first saw the trailer, I remember Chris... They have that scene of him playing... flute, because that's like one of the only two things he does in the fucking game, and it's like, and a lot of people thought that he was like related to Shulk, because there are like some visual similarities. I'm not going to deny it. And then the game comes out and they play that scene of Noah looking at him doing the homecoming, and then the homecoming, and then it jumps to Noah doing the homecoming, and it's a nice transition. It's really good. and then nothing, and he's just gone. And I was convinced that, oh, he wasn't important at all. He was just a guy. You know, like they never mentioned him. And then he gets brought up by Noah. He's like, by the way, I had another important person in my life. And I'm like, you said Jack, Noah. You didn't say anything. What are you talking about? And then everything with Chris happens, and it's all stupid and contrived, and I didn't care. And the thing about Chris that I think is really like a telling sign of, wow, this was dumb and a waste of time, is that like when you're doing the side story, Noah's side story to go fight Chris, you get this flashback of like Chris being like, all right, Noah, I'm gonna train you to be an Offseer, and then that's why I said Offcoming, because Offseer, Homecoming, and then they do like this montage of like learning together, and then when after you kill Chris, they fucking rerun the montage you saw like 5 minutes ago, depending on how long it took you to beat Chris. And it's just like, you're showing me the same scenes again. All right, wow, all right, I know you think I care. I'm here to tell you that I don't. So we're gonna move on from that. Chris is trash. Let's see. Who else we got? Alright, so I think I should do next the other important ones. We got Monica, Shania, Borealis, Vandam, and Guernica, and I don't remember his name. I really don't. Mike? Steven? Matthew? Patrick? Some generic name like that. Alright. So let's see. So Gondor. We'll start with Gondor. I mean, Gondor isn't hate. Shania. What the fuck is wrong with me right now? Oh, Xenoblade 3 is ruining my brain again. So Shania is... I honestly thought she was the hero, just because I think one of the little icons in the hero menu kind of looked like her, and then it turns out she's not, and she's like evil. I think she had the most impactful villain moments out of any of the villains in the fucking game. She's definitely more impactful than any of the members of Mobius. And just anything. But would I say that I like her? I think what Shania gets ruined by is actually her backstory, if anything. Like, I think her backstory is like I get it, and I think it's really good at times, like her mom just being a piece of shit and driving her to villainy. Like, okay, that I get. Gondor being a terrible friend, okay, that I get. I'm not surprised Gondor's a shit friend. But like, the weird thing is, like, when she's dying and Gondor's like, hey, but don't you remember this other moment? And then they show that her dad told her the exact same thing that is eventually what gets her to realize she ruined everything. And I'm just like, so then why didn't... I guess it's like, why didn't you believe that? Why didn't you hold on to what your dad said? But I guess to be fair, that had to preempt her dad passing away, her sister passing away, her mom becoming even just the worst ever. And then, was Gondor even friendly to her back then? Or was she always a dick? So it's like hard to determine where it starts and where it ends in terms of when was Shania not evil, or not like not evil, like when her problems really started. And obviously I think the easiest point is like it's after her dad died, but I just think it's silly in a way that her dad told her exactly what she needed to hear at the right moment, only for that all to get undone, all this to happen, and then Gondor to try to be like, oh yeah, by the way, this. And I'm just like, why are you telling her this now? It's like, Gondor's terrible. So like, oh man, I'm really split on whether I should put Shania in B or C. That's the thing right now, where we're going with. Or C is like, she's okay, and B is like, I like her as like, that's hard. That's really hard. I know where I'm putting Monica. This is, I'll allow myself 1 point to just do whatever, say I love Monica. So we're gonna go with that. She's my favorite female character in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Honestly, I mean, if we were being real, I like the heroes more than the main cast, so, we'll do with that what we do with that. You know what? go up there too, Borealis. We'll make it even. Favorite female, favorite male. Borealis is fucking bro. Bro Realis. He's the best. I like this guy too. I honestly, I can't remember his name. And realistically, if I can't remember their names, I should put them in C. But I legit think he's great. Like, he's just cool. I just like him. Like, he is basically the city's version of Borealis. And he's just chill. I can't dislike him. Oh my god, I like the NPCs more than the main party. I'm being honest though. Once again, I'm not making this up. Alright, Shania. I don't know. Nimue, obviously here. They didn't do shit with her. Wamba is very clearly S. I mean, duh, no. I know it's a meme. Oh, I know. I'll just. I was gonna make a tier just for him, just to keep. But you know, Wamba, he's fine. I'll just leave him in the middle. It's okay. If we're being like real honest. Like, he's in the game for. It's like the most obvious like of 2 weeks for retirement of all time. Like, whatever. Vandom. How do I feel about Vandom? Oh, we still got Shania. I just can't figure out where to put Shania. I think I like Vandom too. Shania. God damn. I'm gonna go with B for Shania. I'm gonna go with like. Alright, let's continue with. Are there any other more important characters, or was that it? So that's like mostly all the main ones. That's how the tier list is looking so far. So I guess we can go back to 2 and finish out the Rare Blades. No, let's keep up. Let's knock out 3 so that I can focus on something that I actually like. I was almost about to move Monica up to S. I was this close. All right, let's do the heroes real quick. I like Gray. Sagiri's fine. I like Triton. Shiro's really fucking cool. Juniper's alright. Her quest and her colony is the worst though. Like, legitimately the worst. Like, they all suck. Seriously, her ascension quest is fucking garbage. Alright. I like Baldi. I like Teach. Alexandria. What was your name again? Whatever. I don't like that you came back from the dead. I don't like anything that... Whatever. Let's not get into it. Izzard's okay. Xeon. Do I like Xeon or is Xeon okay? I like Xeon. How about Fiona? Fiona. Like, okay. Jeez, this is a hard one. Let me think about it. I think like. Yeah, we're just gonna put the heroes wherever they go. Like, I really like Ashira was the character I was looking forward to most to meeting in the game, purely based off design. I thought she looked awesome from the trailers, and I'm like, yep, she's my favorite hero. But then I met Monica, and I'm like, no, Monica's my favorite hero. But Ashira, second place. Yeah, I like Alex, even though I think her quest is like the party acts like. I don't like the way the party acts in her quest and the way they act towards her. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like it. Teach is cool. Gosh darn, I wish he got more. Baldi is I just like Baldi. Triton's hilarious. Gray's cool. Theon's cool. Fiona's cool. Also, her class is super great, so that helps too. And these just, they're okay. They're whatever. Like, you know. As the tier explains, no positive. Who the fuck are you? Why is he here? I don't know why he's there. I'm gonna throw him in there. Alright. And then I guess we can finish off with all the rare blades from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna put Azami here. Boreas here as well. Where do I want to put Cosmos? I think Cosmos is here. Cosmos. So these are simply gonna be based off of like design. And just like using them in battle, and like, gosh, I'm trying to think, because like I do like Cosmos is just so cool. If anything, I would almost knock her down to B simply because her blade quest actually sucks. Like, I wish in her Blade Quest you got to actually hang out with her, but instead you get to watch her hang out with some little brat. And I was like, I don't care that she's a she on XP. I want to hang out with her. Percival's fucking sick. Wulfric's the best. He's best boy. I love Wulfric. Let's see. Who can I put in like a fucking... Yeah. It's great. Is my S tier really just gonna be Rex, Pyra, and Amalthus? Huh. Alright, well let's keep going. He's alright. Finch is okay. Man, Vale really like... I wasn't sure what to think about Vale, but she has like one of the best Blade quests. Like the ending of the Blade quest is just really nice, really sweet. Florin's fine. Where's Shiva? I just remember Shiva. Bop. Alright. Gorg is okay. I like Electra, I thought she was cute. I think Crossette's really cute. I like her. She's fun. I like the... Nim was one of the first ones I got. I really grew to like her. So did Korra was all... I had a 9. I had a 9 is really good. I like Ad 9. Oh man. Let's see. I like Jian well enough. He's cool. He's fine. This is hard. Just gotta go with one-word answers and sum it up. Alright, so Praxis and Theory, I'm putting them both in like. Their quest line's great. And the two of them are just great together. Who else are we gonna put down here? I like Zenobia too. Dagus. I like his hoity-toity haughty attitude. Harold. He's got such a cool design. Korra's such a motor mouth, but she's so funny. We have a Polybuster here, he's fine. Ursula's fine. No offense to her quest being like actual garbage, but she's okay. Corvin's fine. Telos is cool. I like Agat. I think Vess's quest is really sad. She makes food. I like Vess. Cassandra's hilarious. At least it's Perun, Dahlia, and Korra. Where do I want to put them? This is hard. It always comes down to the wire when it comes to where I put certain characters. I think it's funny because I have... Oh, let's really think about it. I think I'll do this. And then... Oops. I do like Dahlia. She's another thing where I wasn't expecting her to be like a really friendly country rabbit. I was honestly expecting something not that. And I like Perun. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think Korra's funny at least. I like her motor mouth. I don't know who this is. I'm gonna put him in F. No, that is is that Padraig? Who's like the Ethernet and all this stuff. He's the one who gets us with the Ethernet. He's the guy who works under the fat guy that I don't know the name of. Obviously. No, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, where did I put I put Mwamba Bound in the center, right? Yeah, I guess I'll just put Padraig there too. Alright, so yeah, that looks like it's done. That looks like a completed Xenoblade Chronicles 1, 2, and 3 tier list. And I don't think it took that long, right? I've been recording for an hour. Uh-oh. But yeah, I think this looks good. Maybe I'll change a few things. I don't know. Like maybe I'll post it like this and have people question certain positions, and maybe it'll make me think about how I want to change it. But like right now, just throwing it out there, I think this is good. It's like the only things I hate are XYZ, Gondor, Yorin, and Shiba. And the ones I dislike are Gelgar, What's His Face, Noah, Senna, Riku, D, Chris, Brat. Yeah, it shouldn't be surprising that most of 3 is down here. There's a lot that I like. They're alright. I like they're well enough. I like all these characters. I love all these characters, and these are the best. So, yeah. I mean, realistically, if I'm gonna put, I was trying to justify moving Mithra up to S just because I think Mithra and Pyra should be together, just like Praxis and Theory and Malice and Jin. And I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. Alright, so that's 1, 2, and 3, which just leaves X. So I hope these are all the X characters. I sincerely do. So let's see. You got Elma. We don't need both Elmas. I see Fry. Gabuid. Gajarg. Murderous. Nagi. Oh, it's alphabetical. That's nice. Fog. Rock? No. No. Gar. He's a Gar, but what's his name? I don't remember. I don't remember your name either. Or yours. Yeah, there's Cole. There's Old Man Cole. I don't know what this thing is. And those are the crosses. And there's Tatsu. Right, I forgot. Tatsu. Alright. So let's do this real quick. Very easy. Tatsu, bottom. Lao, bottom. Elma, top. Mia, we'll put her right here. Love, like. Love. Alexa's another favorite of mine. Just gonna go through this real quick. It's just because. I like Maurice. I like Maurice. I like Nagi. I love Fry. I like Fog well enough. I don't really have any feelings for Celica one way or the other. Luxar's pretty garbo. Bose's fine. I like Vandam. I'm just gonna go through this like real simple since I mean, you know, these guys. I mean, oh yeah, right, Lynn. We'll put Lynn down here. Too rough here. Wait, no. Why is there an E? I'll get rid of that. Yeah, dislike. I mean, yeah, let's just we don't need a trash. I think an F gets the point across well enough. Oh, Gwen, Irina, put HB here. Reese and Dagon. I can't remember. I don't know how I remembered them, but I just remember them. All right. Let's see. Let's put L up here. Put Murderous here. I like Doug. I like Gabuid. So we'll just be there. Gajarg is cool too. I like the guy. I really love Gajarg. I think the rest of the villains I'll just put here. I mean, just whatever. I guess I'll put you here with Celica. And that leaves Yelv. I think that's fine. Alright, well, it's really quick. But let's just look at this. So yeah, Elma's my favorite character from Xenoblade X. The only issue is that we don't know enough about her. I wish we knew more about her. But like, because of the game's approach to story and character telling, and character development and lore, which their approach was, let's not do that. There's really not much that I can do about it. But she's still my favorite. I want to know more about her is the thing. And I hope that something happens where we can. Like, I don't know. Because if they just port fucking Xenoblade X, I'm not going to get any more of that. It's just going to be the same mediocre lore wrapped up like within a really good, otherwise fun to play game. Alexa was always my favorite of the recruitable characters. like of the just the other blades that you can put on your body. Same for Fry, like she's the female favorite, he's the male favorite. I just think El's really like I love El. Much like Elma, it's like I wish we got more of him. I wish that he did more besides join the party and then disappear. Gabuin and Gajar are cool. The Rothians are cool. I love them. It's a cat girl and a cat dude that the fandom has not ruined for me. Panthers? I don't know. I don't know what lions. I don't know what would be more accurate for them. Felines. There we go. I think Mia's adorable. I really do like the heads of state of NLA. I think Vandam, Nagi, and Chuson are all really good at their jobs. I just don't understand why the game wanted to present as Chuson as being like corrupt. I don't know why every single scene he's in, he does something that like Elma and company is like, why are you being such a dick? And then the next scene immediately is like, oh no, he was actually cool. You know, I don't know why the game did that so many times. I'm not entirely sure. Nagi's just a standard reasonable authority figure, but I think he's cool. I think he's great. I guess you're recruiting him for as a party member is rad. Vandam's cool. Yeah, Fog's chill. Like, I mean, when it comes to the brothers, I prefer Fry, but, you know, I'm chill with Fog. He's cool. Gwen and Irina, the main interceptors you hang out with, are the best. I wish that we got more from you two, which, I mean, is a common thread when it comes to Xenoblade X as a whole. Well, from C up. But, like, you know, although Irina, like, echoing some thoughts on the quests back here, her fucking second affinity mission sucks ass. I like Hope a lot. She's really friendly. I don't know. Man, she's nice, and I wish that there were like 10 of her, because everybody here needs some kind of therapy, and including her. So she needs a therapist for herself. But like someone to talk to. Doug's cool. He's the only character who has an issue with the reveal at the end, and like it kind of makes him understand why. Like, I think he gets what Lao's issue is once he figures out what the life hold actually is, and then he's opposed to it until Elma says the other stuff, and then he's like, alright. But, like, I thought it was interesting that as far as the game's concerned, he's the only one who had any issue with it. And, like, his desire to pay off all these debts that he has is just interesting. Or that he doesn't technically have, because all the people I believe he owes debts to are dead. And then Yelv is like, he's funny, but like, why did they, I guess once again, same as everybody else, is like, why does he have all these weird things about him, and then the game explains nothing? And yeah, Celica, what was this guy's name? But he's cute. She's cute. Bose's fine. I don't actually hate him. Even though I know that he obviously gives a wrong impression at first, since he hates xenoforms. But, you know, my fanfiction writing is like coloring my brain. Because, like, I know that he doesn't really present the best of a case to like him. So I'm just going to put him in C. Versus how I use him in Fix. HB is fine, too. I have no big feels for any of these guys. Like, if I was to base them off my Fix, I would boost some of these guys up a bit more. Not to say that my writing's better than the game. It's just like in the game, in my writing, I like them more than in the game. But in the game, I like them well enough. Like, they're fine. And then I don't like Lynn. I really don't. I never liked her. I feel like just for the feeling, for how the game is presented, its lore, its setting, and everything. To me, she doesn't make sense, and she shouldn't be in the game. Just that's how I feel about it, if I'm being completely honest. And also, she's attached to Tatsu, who's actually the worst, so he drags her down. I think if he wasn't in the game, I'd probably put her in C. And then the what are they called? The ganglion bosses. Super forgettable. They do nothing. Goisha, I think, is the most developed out of all of them, and that's barely anything. These two barely appear, and the second time you fight them, they're just in a big fuck-off machine. Which, admittedly, the fuck-off machine that you fight in Sylvalum is awesome. Like, that boss fight is, like, incredible. Like, I actually really loved it. I think design-wise, they're interesting. Like, if I was to do, like, a villain tier list, all the Xenoblade X villains would be, like, really high up just on designs, and then the Xenoblade 3 ones would be the ones all on the bottom. Because I think design-wise they're really cool, especially Dagon. He's got a great design. It's just that when it comes to characters and like, there's not a lot to like there, and they're kind of garbo. Tatsu, he's the literal worst. Who cares? Lao, he's the literal worst. Who cares? And Luxar's the literal worst. So who cares? And then Xenoblade 1, 2, 3, and X. Oh yeah. Also, I saw this list has Future Redeemed in it, yo. Right? Where are they? Yeah, it's got Future Redeemed. Also, it's Ino and Masha. Which, you know, we're not in the other one. So, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, Rex. I had to put them where I put them. So, Rex is S and Shulk is B? Yes. So, just being totally fair, they stay in the same rank they were always at. Matthew is A. Wait, no. B. Yeah, B. I like him a lot. But there's no way that I like him more than Shulk. But he's great. I wish he was the pro tag of his own full game. I would have loved to mess around with him for like 60 hours as opposed to Noah. He's like literally 5 minutes into the DLC and I'm like, you're significantly an improvement from Noah already in like every imaginable way. I guess since technically A is Alvis, I would have to put A where Alvis goes. Which is A. So I guess, you know, makes sense. And then there's Alpha. I mean, technically. Glimmer. Like, a lot of my love for Glimmer and Nicole comes from the fact that they're the kids of Rex and Shulk. Like, I just love them from that, honestly. Like, regardless of what they do or don't do in the game, I like them a lot. I love them a lot because they're related to the legacy characters that I like. So maybe it's weird that Nicole is on top. You know, maybe I should move Shulk up to A. I don't think anyone would be mad if I move Shulk up to A. I'm just gonna move Shulk up to A. At least, maybe I'll reconsider that later. We'll see. Nah. A is good for him. I like him. I love Shulk. Gondor, I like Gondor. Like, this Gondor is actually really cool. Even though he's only in flashbacks. Niles, whatever. I mean, she's there. She exists. So do Panacea and Linka. I wish they got to do more. You know, it's Sharla, Ryan, Pandorian, Zeke's kids. I wish they got to do more, but they didn't. I like Ino. And then as for Masha, I did not play. I bought that DLC as part of the pass, but I had no desire to play it because I hate Xenoblade 3. So your guess is as good as mine as to where Masha goes. I don't know what her personality is like, and quite frankly, I don't own the game anymore. I don't own Xenoblade 3 anymore, so I can't play it and find out. Anyway, there we go. That's part 2 of my really quickly going through the Xenoblade Chronicles X and Future Redeemed. Since it's only fair since Future Connected is over here. And there we have it. Rad. Alright. That was a fun time to talk about Xenoblade. And if we were gonna just tier list the games as a whole, that's easy. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is S. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is A. Xenoblade Chronicles X would probably be C. Maybe B. I feel more confident putting it in C. And then Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is D. Right? Yeah. I think it's only in D because Future Redeemed exists. If we're being totally real. Because Future Redeemed is just so much better than the base game, but it still had problems attached to the base game because they were taking place in the same shit universe. So, yeah. If I was to separate them out, that would be the only one that moves. Because if I was to separate Future Connected from Xenoblade 1, I think Xenoblade 1 would still be an A, because it's still great even without Future Connected. Same for, actually, Xenoblade 2. They would stay in their positions even without their DLC. I would put Torna in B, and I would put Future Connected in C, and I would put Future Redeemed... Actually, if I take Future Redeemed out, I think I would probably drop Xenoblade 3 to F, because Future Redeemed was the only part of the game I enjoyed, and I'd probably move Future Redeemed up to B, I think, if that makes sense. Yeah. But that's if you want to separate the DLCs from the games. Otherwise, it's Xenoblade 2S, Xenoblade 1A, Xenoblade X, B, and then Xenoblade 3, D. I think that's how I would do it. Alright. Anyway? Or C. No, Xenoblade X and C. Gosh, that's a really hard one to place. No, B. Today I'll say B, tomorrow I'll say C, the next day I'll say B. Anyway, that's all. I have done it. All of the Xenoblade characters have been tier listed according to my really random, silly opinions. And also I ranted about Xenoblade 3 again, sorry. But anyway, that's all. That's it. I just think it's funny still that I really only want... Like, I mean, I try to make it, like, not even, because I don't think this is really even, but I really wanted S to feel special. And although I will say, putting Elma in S alongside Rex, Pyra, and Malthus is weird. That doesn't make sense. But for the sake of that, just imagine it's more along the lines of Xenoblade X has its own separate tier list. And in that case, this is how the characters we spread out among it. Yeah. And whatever. Anyway, that's all we have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is fun. It made my brain hurt sometimes, though. Next time, I don't know what I will be doing. Maybe a tier list for something else, just for fun. But, yeah. If you were to make a tier list, what would you, of all the Xenoblade 1, 2, 3, and X characters, who would be in your S? Do you have my same S? Are your Fs in your S? Are my Fs in your S's, I mean? Like, what it is? Let me know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Till then, hasta.